Hello geometry class. Today we are going to learn about special right triangles, and these are two special right triangles, 45 45 90 and 30 60 90 degree triangle. So and this is section 9.2 and we're starting from page number 249. So very first thing we are going to review is what is right triangle. Right triangle is a triangle where one angle is 90 degree. The sides which form this 90 degree angle they call legs. These are the legs, and the side which is opposite to this 90 degree angle that called hypotenuse. So we should know these things before we start this lesson. And next definition we need to know, like we're going to learn about two different kinds of special right triangle, and those two are 45 45 90 and 30 60 90 degree triangle. So for 45 45 90 you will see angles in this form, like two angles are 45 and one is 90. So one thing we already learned before, that if it is an isosceles triangle then base angles are same. So this is, if this is 45 45, so this is an isosceles triangle and base angles are same, so the sides are going to be same too. So legs are same in case of 45 45 90. Then we talk about next kind of triangle, that is 30 60 90, where one angle is 30, other is 60 and third one is 90. In that case the 30 degree angle, the leg facing to the opposite to the 30 degree angle, that's shorter leg, so we call it shorter leg, and the leg which is opposite to 60 degree angle is called the longer leg. So we need to know how to differentiate between the shorter and longer leg. So if you understand that, you can easily apply the next two theorems. So we're going to start with very first theorem, that is 45 45 90 degree triangle theorem. That's our very first theorem here, and that is 45 45 90 degree triangle theorem. What does it say? In this kind of triangle where the angles are like these, the hypotenuse is √2 times as long as each leg. Now what does it mean? Let me show you. If we pay attention to this picture on right hand side, we see that it's 45 45 and 90. So these two are base angles and we know that they're the same, so the sides are going to be congruent. This is going to be x and this is going to be x. Why? Because it's an isosceles, the sides are, legs are congruent, and then hypotenuse is going to be x times √2. This is going to be x times √2. So hypotenuse is equal to leg times √2. That we have to understand. Whatever the measurement of leg is, hypotenuse is always that times √2. And we can check that expression here, why it is x √2. Suppose if it is a right triangle where I name it ABC and I don't know how much is that, I want to verify, is that x √2? So I know one thing for sure, that this is a right triangle. I can use Pythagorean theorem and I can apply to figure out my hypotenuse. So that's going to be, if I need to find AC square, that is the sum of the square of the legs, that's going to be AB square plus BC square. Let's plug it in. X square plus x square, that's 2x square, and AC is what? Square root of 2x square, and that is what? X √2. So that's the hypotenuse. And in case ever if you forget the expression for hypotenuse and you know it's 45 45 90, always calculate it, and as you keep on using this theorem, then you will memorize it very easily. So that's the value of AC here, x root 2. So my question is, example, let's take an example here. If I say, all right, this is a triangle where the angles are 45, 45 and 90. And I say, all right, this is 5 unit long. This is 5 unit long. Can you let me know how much is the hypotenuse? Can you think about it? This is going to be, as per the formula here, whatever the value of the leg times root 2. We know the leg is 5. So this is going to be 5 root 2. Get it? All right. Let's move to the next theorem for this chapter, that is 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. So it means, as the name suggests, the angles are in this order, 30, 60, 90, like this. So in a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, the hypotenuse is twice as long as the shorter leg, and the longer leg is root 3 times, is as long as the shorter leg. Now what does it mean? So let's pay attention to the example given on the right hand side. That is, we have this triangle here. So first we need to, very first thing is to identify the triangle. I see it's 30, 60, 90. So, and then we need to know the shorter and longer leg. So we have to figure out that this is 30 degree and this is 60. This is a smaller angle and this is larger one. So the side opposite to the smaller angle, the leg opposite to the smaller angle is the shorter leg. And that leg is, if we assume it to be x, and then another leg which is opposite to 60 degree, this is 60, so this is the leg opposite to 60, is going to be x root 3. Whatever the measurement of shorter leg, and this is going to be your longer leg. And longer leg is always shorter legs times root 3. Whatever is this, if it is 5, this is 5 root 3, it is 10, this is 10 root 3, and so on. Just multiply it by root 3. And other thing is, whatever the hypotenuse is here, that's going to be twice of the shorter leg. If it is 5, this is going to be 5 root 3. Suppose if I assume it to be 5, this is 5 root 3, and this is going to be 2 times 5 equal to 10. So you need to have at least shorter leg or one of the legs or side, anything, to have the measurement of other sides in special triangle, which is 30, 60, 90. So they have given the formula here. Hypotenuse is, if you talk about hypotenuse, it's always the twice of shorter leg, and longer leg is always, longer leg is the one which is opposite to 60 degree angle, is always shorter leg times root 3. So you have to remember this expression. All right, so let's move to our theorem. So I hope you get that. So suppose if I give you another simple example. If I say this is 60 and I say this is 30 and this is 90, and I say, all right, this is 7. So very first thing is to first identify which kind of triangle is that. Is 30, 60, 90. The moment I see this is 30, 60, 90, I have to then figure out which one is the shorter, which one is the longer. This is the shorter leg because opposite to 30. This one is longer leg because opposite to 60. And now we'll think about longer leg is always root 3 times of the shorter leg. So this is going to be 7 root 3. And this is always, the hypotenuse is always twice of the shorter leg. So 2 times 7, that is 14. So this way we can always figure out the measurement of the other legs and hypotenuse. So let's summarize. How to remember? You just have to remember, very first step is to identify the kind of triangle is that, if that is 45, 45, 90-degree triangle, then you have to remember the expression x, x, and x root 2. And if it is 30, 60, and 90-degree triangle, then you have to remember an expression x, x root 3, and 2x. Keep in mind, this is shorter leg. It's just in an increasing order, like least to greatest. So it's shorter, longer, and this is your hypotenuse. So if you remember, so you see that x is everywhere, whatever, if you have this starting point. So in 45, 45, these two are same, only the hypotenuse is times root 2. And in 30, 60, 90, the shorter leg is x, longer leg is x root 3, and then hypotenuse is twice of that. So you have to understand that. Just understand how the things are written. Don't rote memorize. Learn the relation and then apply the formulas in order to solve remaining questions. If you have any question, please let me know. You can loop mail me or you can comment it. And I hope you get it. Please make sure you take the notes. You take the notes same time, otherwise you'll forget. And I would be doing next few problems today, and we'll be posting it so that you can be able to do the homework. Thank you so much. Bye.